York's classic rock, Q1043.
Very pleased to have with us via Zoom Rick Allen of Def Leppard and Lauren Monroe. Now, they are one of the most philanthropic couples that I've ever come across, ever. And Billy Amendola, who is producing a very special show that they are going to be telling us about in a moment, is also with us via Zoom this morning. So, Rick and Lauren, good morning to you.
Good morning. Yes, we woke up this morning. A blessing.
It's always a blessing. Well, yeah, modern technology is kind of, it still blows me away. Right now, we're having this conversation on the radio here in New York, and you guys are in a car in Boston moving. I can see out your car window as you're heading. Where to? Where are you going?
We're actually heading off to a radio station here. Somebody help me here.
Yeah. Okay, so you're heading to a radio station in Boston while you're on a radio station in New York. You see, it's pretty wild. I was on the elevator this morning at 4:10 in my apartment building, and there was a woman going down the elevator, and I said, boy, you're up early. I don't usually see people at this hour. And she said, I have a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning in Dallas. So it is kind of amazing what we can do in today's world. But
we're covering a lot of ground.
Yep. Now you two are going to host an all-star jam benefiting the Raven Drum Foundation, which is your organization that you started, and Friends of Firefighters. And taking a look at this lineup of talent here, it's just unbelievable. It's Thursday night at the Cutting Room here in Manhattan. That's on 32nd Street by Park Avenue South. You gathered quite the all-star group.
Well, we just feel very blessed, that all of these incredible people, that they resonate with what we do, and obviously they resonate with our first responders. And I always say, if it wasn't for first responders, I probably wouldn't be here. So it's the least I can do, and we can do as Raven Drum. So we're happy to be doing it.
And Billy Amendola was the ringleader in rounding up half of the talent that's coming. So we've never met some of these folks, and it's going to be a really special night for everybody.
Well, some of these people, are like legendary that are going to be there. And let me go through a partial list, okay? Because the list is just so long. There will be Paul Schaefer and Will Lee, the world's most dangerous band. Peter Criss, well, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For Kiss, Jim Keltner, one of the greatest musicians, worked with Ringo Starr, John Lennon, George Harrison, Eric Clapton, the Traveling Wilburys. Local legend Eddie Brigatti, New Jersey's own, from the Rascals. Legendary Billy Joel drummer Liberty DeVito. Corky Lang of Mountain. Simon Kirke, Bad Company and Free. Vicki Peterson of the Bangles. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. And they'll be part of the All-Star Jam, which is the second part of the show. The first part of the show is you two. So what are you going to be doing?
We'll be there with our band from California, doing some original music. And that's how I think everything started around us coming and fundraising and doing the performances that we normally do. And then Billy's like, let me introduce let me try to bring us some other folks in, some other.
Yes.
Then it's turned into this mega event, which is so exciting.
So now we've got half of New York that are going to be there in the same room, which is fantastic. Yeah. So, So be careful what you ask for, Billy.
And the Cutting Room is an intimate venue. By the way, they have good food there too. And the fact is, Rick and Lauren, Billy's one of the most popular guys in town in the whole music industry. Everybody knows him and likes him. And
we noticed.
If anybody can get on the phone or online and put an all-star band together in New York City, he certainly can, and he certainly did. But you've got all these great musicians. You're not going to have time to rehearse them or how is it going to work?
Well, here's the thing, all of these songs are they're in our DNA. So, it's literally a case of getting up there and just sort of recalling your youth and just playing these songs from memory. So, I think we're all kind of preaching to the choir. It's something we all know. All these songs are so familiar. So it shouldn't be too difficult. What could
Okay,
possibly go wrong?
so if you're looking across the stage and you see Eddie Brigati and you think, the Rascals, let's do Good Lovin'. Let's do
There you
Good
go.
Lovin'. Everybody just does Good Lovin'.
Yeah, it's true, and same with Simon Kirk. It's just going to be one of those nights where everybody is just it's just familiar with what's going on. So we're really excited to be part of it.
Okay,
And
so
the
next,
first,
everybody, we're going to do All Right Now. Yes, I see. a, a, a musical cacophony on the stage. There will also be a VIP reception with an artist meet and greet and a silent auction beginning at 6:30 p.m. And I guess there's going to be a little food and drink involved with that as well. And you'll have some of your original artwork there, right?
Yes, we thought that was quite fitting to bring some of the artwork, and it's always a great talking point, and it raises some money for a great cause.
And then, so the 6:30 p.m. VIP reception will take place there at the Cutting Room, and then the doors open to the public at 8 p.m. Rick Allen and Lauren Monroe will perform their set and then join this all-star band that Billy Amendola put together. Billy.
Yes, sir. Happy anniversary to you, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that's coming up. We also have, as master of ceremonies that night, Maria Melito.
Yes.
And she will be taking the stage to MC the show. And Billy, you are officially the musical director.
Yes, I am. And it's been a challenge because I love what I do. And most of these people are my friends, and I've played with all of them before. So, as Rick was saying, it's pretty easy to just call up a couple of songs because on occasion we have played them before. And like you said, with modern technology, we talk by Zoom or, everybody goes over what they need to go over, and we'll have it together pretty well. But I want to say one thing. It's really the whole focus of this thing is the Raven Drum Foundation, and Rick and Lauren's band is phenomenal. So everybody's going to be really, really excited and surprised at that set because I love that band. I really do. And people here in New York, I've been trying to get them to come to the Cutting Room for 2 years now. So it's finally going to happen.
Thank you, Billy.
thanks, Bill.
And then also recipient of funds raised that night will be our local group, the Friends of Firefighters.
Yes.
Yes.
And Shelley Sunstein is very deeply involved with.
Can Jim? Can we
Yeah.
give away 2 pairs of tickets for general admission?
We certainly can.
Why not?
We can do
Let's
that.
do it. Let's being that today's the 11th. You want to do the 11th caller and give two pairs?
Only you're just making all the rules yourself, aren't you?
As though he was going to say no.
Jim's name's on it. Jim, you want to do that?
I'll tell you what we can do. Let's see. We can do the 11th caller and the 14th caller because
Fantastic.
it's on March 14th.
There you go.
Hey, look at that.
So the 11th caller for today and the 14th caller at 888-872-1043. And of course, to purchase tickets, go to cuttingroomnyc.com.
See, Billy, that's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Comes up with stuff like that.
cuttingroomnyc.com. Rick, Lauren, real quickly, what else have you two been up to?
Well,
Have you had
I
any
saw-
art shows? Have you been touring new music? Have you been well, you spend a lot of time doing a lot of good for a lot of people. Just quickly, what have you been up to?
Well, we're
Rick's
going to be
going
doing a
back to
show at
work.
I know Def Leppard's going back on tour, but I'm speaking specifically of Rick and Lauren and the things they do together.
We'll be playing the City Winery in Boston tonight, also raising some funds for tomorrow night. A Wednesday at the Boston City Winery. And so we're here promoting that. And we've met a bunch of firefighters and first responders last night at Ernie Bach generously had an event, and we met so many people here. And I just want to bring the story back around to why we're doing this and how important it is to support our firefighters and first responders. They're the first people there when we need them, and they're constantly under the stress. A lot of post-traumatic stress, and healing needs to happen, and we need to talk about it publicly and help give them aid and solutions. And rhythm and music is one way. And so it's really important to give people the experience of healing through music. And that's why we do what we do. And what we do a lot of that, and we'll continue to, we'll be going back to California and having another 3 different events to raise money for firefighters through music and drumming. And that's our life until he goes back on the road.
Yeah, I mean,
And
in reality, if it wasn't for first responders, I might not be here. So it's the least I can do, like I said before. So, it just seems like a natural thing for us to do,
And besides the great musical performances, auction items that will be available that night include, as I mentioned before, our original artwork by Alan and Monroe. And I like that, Alan and Monroe.
Alan and
Yeah,
Monroe.
it's got a nice ring to it.
with the way you say
Alan
it,
and
it
Monroe.
sounds great.
Alan and Monroe.
You've got
summer tour
you've got that radio voice, man. It's beautiful.
summer tour tickets for Def Leppard, meet and greet packages, autographed memorabilia from the participating artists, a fire helmet signed by Steve Buscemi. Lots of great stuff. It's the Cutting Room, Thursday, March 14th, cuttingroomnyc.com for tickets. It's the Raven Drum Foundation benefit show put together by Lauren Monroe, Rick Allen, and our friend Philly Amendola. And thank you for taking the time to join us this morning. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome. You've always been really supportive of us, and we're always really grateful for that, Jim.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's
Thank you.
8:17 here at Q104.3.
New York's classic rock, Q1043.